Hi, I'm Christy, and I'm a Midwestern blonde on a mission. Today I want to talk a little bit about relationships and the importance of it, complications, which all of them are complicated nowadays. Nowadays, relationships are pretty complicated. It's due to our lifestyle, whatever, what have you not, but it's pretty complicated. So I want to talk about what I find important to find a good, healthy relationship or maintain a healthy relationship. So mainly some of the things that are important are clearing up your limited mindset. Limited mindset can mean I don't deserve to be happy. Maybe you've had a rough life, start of your life. I don't deserve to be happy, or I don't deserve that person. They're too good for me. We go with what's comfortable for us, what reminds us of either our past relationships or what reminds us of family dynamics, things like that. So we go what's comfortable, but that's not necessarily what God has intended for us. God wants us to be happy. He has the perfect person for you. You just have to trust it. And a lot of people don't give it that time. Work through your issues while you're single. Work through past hurts. For example, past relationship hurts, mainly. I'm not talking about going as deep as your childhood, because some of those things would take years and years and years and whatever. And those can be addressed later on in a relationship. But as far as past breakups, past disappointments, and we've all had those, that's what you want to work through while you're single, and while you're waiting to meet the man or woman that God has intended for you. Don't settle. I see that in quite a few people that I know. They're settling. They're settling for someone, especially if they're older. They're settling for somebody that they think they can't get anybody better than that. Well, I'm not 100% sure with that person, and I'm not 100% attracted to them, but I'm not going to find anyone better. They meet most of what I'm looking for, but I just don't find the attraction. Well, maybe that attraction can grow. I'm going to say that's not true. Find someone that you're attracted to that has all the other qualities, but in order to find that person, you have to release all your past disappointments, because can you work through those in a relationship, in a new relationship with a new person? Absolutely, but is that going to create an unnecessary drama? Yes, it will, because you're going to be hung up on someone else while you're in a new relationship, and you're trying to let go of that person, and you're trying to decide whether or not the new person is actually the right person. Well, while you do this, if you're still harboring feelings or resentments or whatever towards, your past breakup or past relationship, and whether that was a marriage or a long-term relationship or whatever the case was be, it could be a short relationship that you invested a lot emotionally into, or it could be a long-term relationship. But the bottom line is, it's going to create drama. You're going to not feel 100% there in this new relationship. You're not going to be able to give it your all, because you still have issues to work through. Now, maybe that new person cares about you enough they're willing to allow you to work through these issues. And that's happened too. I know of someone that that's happened to, but they've really worked through them together, and that person was 100% committed to them, you know, by that time. But they also had a breakup, you know, a break in between. They were, you know, they kind of broke up for a short time so she could work on her issues, and the man was willing to wait for her. Now, not every situation is like that. Not every situation is like that. So those are the exceptions. Also, I find that the closer you are to the man that, you know, you're gonna be with, seeing a future together, or the woman for that matter, the closer they are to your culture, the better it is for the long-term prospect of a relationship. Now, does that mean you can't be happy with someone from a different culture? No, it doesn't mean that. And again, there are exceptions where, you know, cross-cultural relationships work. They're happy. They're happily married. They make it work. Again, those are the exceptions. For the most part, being of the same culture means that you have already more in common from the get-go. Obstacles you have to work through when you're dating somebody from another culture. And have I ever dated for someone from another culture? Absolutely. And ultimately it created problems because the cultural differences, their family dynamics, they come from a different culture, and your culture makes you who you are. Your ethnicity makes you who you are. So to date someone that is along those same lines, you don't have to work through those extra barriers. There's enough barriers you already have to work through, so that's not one of them that you need, really. But am I gonna say it's necessarily a deterrent for a good relationship? No, not really. And as we women, we're kind of attracted to the tall, dark, mysterious, handsome guy. And man, you're more, you know, you're also attracted to the, you know, to the exotic, to the mysterious exotic, because it's different. It's different, and so a lot of people find that very attractive. But when it comes down to the reality of it, a lot of times it's hard. It's hard. So, and some people, men and women together, men and women, only date a different, you know, a certain ethnicity, a certain culture, because they're drawn to that. For some reason, they maybe had a big love at some point, and so they're drawn to that particular culture or ethnicity. But it never works out in the long run, so they just go through it. And so to me, that means if you do the same thing, and it also goes for going for a certain type of person. If you do that over and over and over, and you're banging your head against the wall, it's called insanity. Try something different. Keep your mind open. Keep your eyes open. Enjoy life to the fullest, no matter what. No matter if you're single, if you're in a relationship, enjoy your life to the fullest. Do what absolutely makes you happy. Whether that's going out in nature, whether it's spending time with your friends and family, whatever it is, do whatever makes you happy. Whether it's you know, going on a trip, whatever, traveling, whatever makes you happy, do it, because it's only going to add to your new relationship, or it's going to actually, you know, happiness is incredibly attractive. Happiness and confidence. So if you're happy, you feel more confident. And laugh as much as you can. Laugh, smile, be kind to everyone. And all of a sudden, that person that all of a sudden sees you like that, they're going to come in your life. You don't even have to do anything. You don't even have to look. Well, if you want to look, if you feel compelled to go online and do the online dating thing, I've tried that once, but it didn't work out so good. Actually, I got a pretty good friend out of the deal. But if that's your thing, and if you think honestly that's how you're going to meet that person, then go for it. Now me, I knew, I had a feeling I was just kind of passing time or whatever, doing the online thing, and nothing ever came out of it. I didn't even go on a date with anybody, but I did end up getting good friend out of it. But if that's what you think, if that's what your heart tells you, go for it. My heart told me always, I'm not going to meet somebody online, I'm going to meet somebody in person. And that's exactly what happened. So for that, I'm going to let you guys go. And until next time, Midwestern Blonde on a mission.